there are hundreds of different versions of you that you've created inside of your head. There is a version of you who likes to oversleep and stay in their bed and scroll on TikTok. There's a version of you who likes eating junk food all day. There's a version of you who likes going to the gym but doesn't stay consistent. There's a version of you who wants to make a whole bunch of money online but doesn't have the skills or the knowledge or the mindset to actually do it. There's all these different versions of you that you are choosing to be. You literally get to choose who you are because everything is created twice. Everything is created once in your head, in your mind, and then it's created in reality. This marker was whoever created the Sharpie had the thought, the idea to create this Sharpie, and then they created it in real life. Whoever had the idea to create this t-shirt, they had the idea to create this black t-shirt, and then they created it again in reality. And so everything is like that. These AirPods, bro, Apple had the idea to create these AirPods, and then they created it in reality. Everything is created twice, once in your head and then once in real life. So knowing that, if you know there is somebody who you want to be, you need to create it in your mind first before you go out and create it in real life. Because nobody is going to come and help you and try to create this version for you. Nobody is going to tell you if you want to do this, you need to do that. If you want to do X, you need to do Y and Z. You have to take matters into your own hands and create the version of yourself that you see fit for yourself. Because if you want to create a new version of yourself, then chances are you're unhappy with your current self. Because why else would you want to evolve if you're if you're not happy with yourself? So you know that there's something with you right now that you currently don't like about yourself. So you literally need to first start off and metaphorically kill yourself. Metaphorically kill this old identity of yourself before you go ahead and start creating this new identity of yourself. You are no longer this person who indulges in their bad habits. You are no longer this person who keeps making excuses for everything that he says he's going to do. You have to kill this person that you currently are in order to transform and become this new person. I'm going to use myself for example. Listen, here is me in high school, all depressed and sad because I am socially anxious and I'm not able to talk to people as much as I'd like. I see all my classmates around me able to make new friends, talk to each other, go out in their friend groups and stuff. And here's me all alone in the school cafeteria eating lunch by myself in the corner at my own table because I'm a loner and I have no friends, right? So I really want new friends. I really want to become I don't want to live like this. I don't want to be socially anxious. I don't want to feel like I can't make any new friends. I can't talk to people. I can't even create relationships because I'm stuck in my head feeling fearful about what people might think about me, feeling fearful of what others might say to me if I try sparking up new conversations. So I created this thought in my head thinking, okay, if I want to be social, if I want to be able to talk to people, what do I need to do in order to become this person? In order to become this person who is able to talk to people and he's happy because he has friends around him that he's created by destroying his social anxiety, right? Here's me with a whole bunch of friends in university. So I realized, okay, well, I need to fix my communication skills because my communication skills are garbage. When I'm not talking to people all day and I'm just stuck in my head, of course, my communication skills are going to be garbage. I need to actually approach people and destroy this thought that people are going to judge me. People are going to make fun of me for trying to talk to them. So I literally would go outside and force myself to talk to people, even when I don't even want to look at them in their eyes while I'm walking towards them, because I get all this anxiety thinking, what if I'm bothering them by trying to talk to them? I literally had to shut my brain off and think, bro, what is the worst gonna happen? They're just gonna either ignore you or they're just gonna actually talk to you. And I shut my brain off, talk to them, and realize it's not even that bad. I'm actually able to talk to people. And you just continuously do that. What is the third thing I did? I realized that if I want to make friends, I need to view myself as being capable of making friends, being capable of having this like social circle around me, being able to talk to people, like the being able to talk to girls and stuff, so I can have relationships and stuff. So everything that I did literally started off by me creating this image of myself, of somebody who is social, somebody who is physically attractive enough to attract people towards them, somebody who's actually really good at communicating. And that's how I created this version of myself where I can talk to people. This goes for every single aspect and trait you could imagine. Where, let me find a blank piece of paper. If you are trying to create this reality of yourself where you are this dude who is physically attracted, I'm talking like you have an 8 pack, you have like these 20-inch biceps, right? You've got this massive back, and you got like this Dorito size back on your, yeah, the Dorito chip on your back, right? You are super attractive. You got the aesthetic body that you want, and you pull a whole bunch of gym bros, and you pull a whole bunch of girls too with your physique. And if this is your goal, you need to figure out, okay, what do I need to do in order to become this person? Because obviously, if I'm not this person right now, then I need to create the thought, I need to create the identity in my head. So what does this person look like? Okay, well, this person is disciplined. He goes to the gym every day, even when he doesn't feel like it. This person is eating and sticking to his diet. He doesn't go out and eat junk food all day. He doesn't eat processed junk every single day. He eats super clean. He eats a diet that's super high in protein and actually hitting his macros correctly. And it's not just all old bunch of like Cheetos, a whole bunch of, a processed junk, essentially. This person is lifting heavy. He's doing cardio, right? And he is motivated and determined to create this body. He is sleeping on time. He's getting his proper sleep because he knows that sleep will restore his body. His sleep will help his body recover and rebuild the muscles it's damaged, right? So you need to figure out what are the characteristics of the person I'm trying to become. And you adopt those characteristics. And what happens is when you adopt the characteristics of this person, you might not look like it. You might not look like this person right now. You might have like no biceps. And you might feel upset because you don't have the body you want. But if you have the mindset, if you are imagining yourself as this person, as this jacked dude who has the biceps that he wants, who has the body he wants, and you are following the characteristic traits that this person has, eventually your self-image will catch up to you and you'll eventually look like this. It is literally as simple as that. You create the thought in your head first, and then you turn it into a reality. If you want to make a whole bunch of money, right? You want to be a millionaire. You want this money, right? Well, what do I need to do in order to make a whole bunch of money? Well, I don't spend money on a whole bunch of useless junk that I don't need. I don't buy the newest iPhone every year. I don't spend my money on Uber Eats when I know it's cheaper to cook my food at home. And it's probably a lot more nutritious and it's a lot healthier for me because I'm not putting a whole bunch of seed oils and plastics in my food, whatever. And you are locked in on your business. You know, if you want to make a whole bunch of money online, you're focused in on your business. So you're doing like zero distractions. You're doing work that has no distractions, essentially. You are focused and locked in. Like, how many more traits you can think of, add to that list, and you become this person. This person, maybe he also looks attractive, because if you have a bunch of money, you're probably going to look attractive too. Not saying that goes for every person, but it's like if you want a whole bunch of money and you want to look attractive, you can have both. Just attract think of all the qualities and characteristics that these people have. You adopt them for yourself and you become that person. You want to get girls, you first build up your speaking skills, you build up your communication skills and talking to girls. Make yourself interesting so that you're not this like dude who just plays video games all day and has nothing to talk about. Create the identity, then you become the person. It is really that simple. And there's going to be times where you have resistance, right? Because since your body hasn't actually caught up with the person you're trying to become, Your brain is gonna test you. Your brain is gonna tell you, no, you're not about that, bro. You're actually just a fraud. You actually don't know what you're talking about, and you're just making a whole bunch of stuff up. And that's when those days where you don't feel motivated to go to the gym comes up. Those days where you don't feel like working on your business comes up. Those days where you don't feel like communicating with people to build relationship comes up, because your brain is testing you. And what you can do is foresee failure, right? You foresee failure. How can I screw up in this process? How can I screw up in creating this body? Well, I can eat nothing but junk food for a month straight and not work out and mess up my sleep. And instead of working on my business, I can scroll on TikTok all day. Instead of talking to girls, I can go on Pornhub and go see girls on there instead of actually creating meaningful relationships with people, right? So you see all these failures. And what I like to do is you have to literally talk to yourself in a way that downplays your failures, that makes it ridiculous to even fail. And let me show you an example. If you are struggling with sleep, you want to fix your sleep, and you're thinking about staying up all night because you want to watch this movie, you want to play video games, what I literally do is literally talk to myself as a child, bro. Talk to myself in this way where I'm telling myself, man, I don't want sleep. Sleep is boring. I just want to play video games all day and be a loser, bro. Because the video games are more fun, and I'm gonna enjoy video games a lot more. And sleep, who needs sleep? I don't even want this body, bro. Like, who even wants this attractive body? Why do I want to look attractive? I want to look ugly the rest of my life. You see what I mean? If you downplay it and you do it in this sarcastic manner, your brain is kind of like gonna agree with you and think, okay, well, forget that, bro. Why do you want to even play video games? Let's go to sleep right now. And it's kind of like tricking your brain into like agreeing with you in a sense. So that is literally what you do. You foresee how you can fail in this process of visualization, visualizing the person you want to become. And if you do that, you combine these two together, there's no way you can't become the highest version of yourself, because you know exactly what you want. You know exactly the characteristic traits you want. You know the physical traits you want, the mental traits that you have, the mindset, everything that you want. And you also know how you can screw up in the process, so you avoid it at all costs. And that's how you become the highest version of yourself.